In the heart of a bountiful African kingdom, King Dike and Queen Uju ruled with benevolence and grace. Their reign was marked by prosperity and harmony, and their love for each other was the cornerstone of their happiness. Despite the tranquility that enveloped the kingdom, whispers began to circulate among the villagers. They spoke in hushed tones about the royal couple's apparent inability to produce an heir, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the land. Feeling the weight of his people's expectations, the elder approaches King Kwame with a proposal. He suggests that the king take a second wife to secure the kingdom's future and ensure the continuation of the royal bloodline. With unwavering devotion to Queen Uju, King Dike dismisses the elder's suggestion, refusing to consider the possibility of taking another wife. His love for his queen is steadfast. He cannot bear the thought of breaking her heart, and he believed that the gods will hear their cry one day and bless them with a male child. Queen Uju understands the gravity of the situation and the pressure her husband faces. Though her heart yearns for a child of her own, she knows that King Dike's love for her is unwavering, and she stands by his side in solidarity. As the days turn into weeks and the whispers of the villagers grow louder, King Dike finds himself consumed by inner turmoil. The pressure to produce an heir weighs heavily upon him, threatening to overshadow the peace and harmony of his reign. Seeking guidance from the wisdom of his elders, King Dike convenes a council to discuss the matter at hand. Together, they weigh the pros and cons of taking a second wife, considering the implications for the kingdom and its people. After much deliberation and soul-searching, King Dike and Queen Uju make the difficult decision to heed the elders' counsel. Though the prospect of taking a second wife fills them with a feeling of anxiety about something that may happen, but they know that it is necessary for the stability of the kingdom. With the decision made, messengers are dispatched to neighboring kingdoms in search of a worthy bride for King Dike. Their quest takes them to distant lands, where they seek out noble families with daughters of suitable age and lineage. Amidst great fanfare and celebration, the king's second wife arrives at the palace in a carriage adorned with flowers and jewels. She steps out onto the palace steps, her beauty and grace captivating all who behold her. With grace and dignity, Queen Uju welcomes the king's second wife into the palace, eager to forge a bond of sisterhood and mutual respect. She offers her guidance and support, knowing that their unity is essential for the kingdom's prosperity. The king's second wife glares icily at Queen Uju from across the throne room. Her eyes burn with envy and resentment as she sizes up her rival, determined to assert her dominance and claim her rightful place by the king's side. Despite Queen Uju's efforts to extend the hand of friendship, the king's second wife cannot hide her jealousy and disdain. She sees Queen Uju as a threat to her own ambitions and plots to undermine her at every opportunity. Queen Uju stands tall and unwavering in the face of adversity, her expression calm and composed as she faces the king's second wife's insults and provocations. Her inner strength radiates from within as she remains steadfast in her resolve to protect her marriage and her kingdom. Though the king's second wife's words cut deep, Queen Uju refuses to be swayed by her bitterness and hostility. She maintains her dignity and composure, knowing that her love for King Dike is unshakable and true. Driven by her desire for power and status, the king's second wife resorts to deceit and treachery in her quest to secure her position as queen. She conspires with dark forces beyond the palace walls, seeking to eliminate Queen Uju and claim the throne for herself. Despite her attempts to remain optimistic, Queen Uju cannot shake the feeling of unease that gnaws at her heart. She senses a dark presence looming over the palace, threatening to unravel the peace and harmony of her marriage and her kingdom. With the aid of her mysterious accomplice, the king's second wife sets her deadly plan into motion. She administers the potion to Queen Uju, intending to incapacitate her and eliminate her as a rival for the king's affections. Despite the fog of confusion clouding her mind, Queen Uju summons every ounce of strength and determination within her. With sheer willpower, she fights against the effect of the potion, determined to thwart her attackers' activities that are wicked, criminal, and morally reprehensible. Plans. The sound of Queen Uju's cries for help echoes through the palace halls, alerting King Dike to the danger that threatens his kingdom. With a sense of urgency, he rushes to her aid, determined to protect and save her at all cost. In a cruel twist of fate, the potion meant to eliminate Queen Uju backfires on the king's second wife, leaving her at the mercy of her own treacherous schemes. She watches helplessly as her plans unravel before her eyes, sealing her fate as she faces the wrath of the gods. Despite the harrowing ordeal she has endured, Queen Uju's inner strength shines through as she begins to recover from the effects of the potion. With each passing day, she grows stronger, her spirit unbroken by the trials she has faced. In the quiet solitude of his chambers, King Dike grapples with the consequences of his actions. He laments the pain and suffering he has caused Queen Uju, vowing to do whatever it takes to make amends and restore her honor. With love, grace, and compassion, Queen Uju forgives King Dike for his past mistakes, choosing to focus on the future rather than dwell on the pain of the past. Together, they embrace the opportunity to rebuild their marriage and their kingdom. Meanwhile, Queen Uju has been praying fervently to the gods for a son to ensure the stability of the kingdom. She remains steadfast in her faith, trusting that the gods would answer her prayers in due time. In the wake of her failed scheme, the king's second wife is banished from the kingdom, her presence deemed a threat to the stability and harmony of the realm. With a heavy heart, she departs from the palace, vowing to one day return and claim what she believes is rightfully hers. Alone in her chambers, Queen Uju made a startling discovery. She felt a fluttering within her womb, a sign of life growing within her. Shocked and overjoyed, she realized the truth: she was pregnant. With renewed hope and determination, she vowed to protect her unborn child at all costs, no matter the challenges that lay ahead. Amidst great rejoicing and celebration, Queen Uju gives birth to a healthy baby boy, bringing hope and happiness to the kingdom once more. The air is filled with the sound of laughter and music as the people celebrate the dawn of a new era. Despite her banishment from the kingdom, the king's second wife cannot shake her obsession with reclaiming what she believes is rightfully hers. Her heart sits with jealousy as she watches Queen Uju bask in the adoration of the people, determined to one day seize the throne for herself. With a heart full of compassion and empathy, Queen Uju reaches out to the king's second wife, extending an olive branch in the spirit of reconciliation. She sees beyond the woman's faults and flaws, recognizing the pain and suffering that lie beneath the surface. In a cruel twist of fate, the king's second wife meets her demise in the very forest where she sought to unleash her dark and malevolent schemes. A fearsome shadow, summoned by the gods themselves, descends upon her with unrelenting fury, delivering swift and merciless justice for her crimes. With tears of joy streaming down her cheeks, Queen Uju bestows her blessings upon her newborn son, entrusting him with the future of the kingdom. She vows to raise him with wisdom and compassion, instilling in him the values that will guide him on the path to greatness. As he slumbers soundly in his crib, the newborn prince is unaware of the destiny that awaits him. He is destined to become a great and noble ruler, a beacon of hope and inspiration for his people, and the guardian of his kingdom's future. With the dawn of a new era upon them, the kingdom looks towards the future with hope and optimism. Guided by the wisdom and leadership of their new king, they embark on a journey of growth and prosperity, secure in the knowledge that their legacy will endure for generations to come.